Brooklyn Independent Television.
And joining me in the studio is a couple of key players from the Blackbirds team, David Hicks and Kyle Johnson. Gentlemen, just off of your unfortunate loss, right, to North Carolina, but we'll talk about that a little later. Let's talk about the Northeast Conference, the championship, getting ready for the championship, the first round, and also that overtime win over Robert Morris.
I mean, we just was trying to stay focused throughout the whole quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. We knew we wrapped up the #1 seed, 2 games to go in the season, so we still wanted to have momentum going into the playoffs. So we ended up winning the last 2 before the playoffs, and then the key was just staying focused because 1 loss and you're done. Mm-hmm. So everybody on the team was real focused and had one goal in mind, and that was to win the championship and get to NCAA tournament.
And was the pressure on because you were at home? Did you feel that at all?
No, I didn't feel like it was more pressure. I felt like we wanted to win more for our fans and for Brooklyn, because we're the Brooklyn team. So for New York, and we knew that the championship game was either going to go through Robert Morris or Quinnipiac. So we already had that goal set.
Because basically, not everyone, but most of the media were focusing on St. John's, right? Let's be quite honest.
Yeah.
There's another team here in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
You guys. What was the atmosphere, the reaction also from your fellow students, and also just people in general when you guys walked around?
The atmosphere was great, especially for that final game. Like everybody, throughout the whole playoffs, everybody was showing a lot of support, and just the energy that they gave us in the crowd, it was sold out, standing room only. It was great, and everybody around Brooklyn's been showing us a lot of love and support. So even when we left to go to North Carolina to play North Carolina, everybody around Brooklyn, around the community's been great. So
yeah, it's been. I never thought it could be like that, because first coming here from the Midwest and
Where were you from anyway?
I'm from Minnesota.
Okay.
And seeing how people are a little different out here, they're more for themselves, and then to see that people go outside themselves and recognize us, it hadn't happened since we've been here, and so it's like to walk around and be like, oh, you guys play? Oh, man, you guys did a good job this season. Like, we're really glad you brought basketball back to Brooklyn. So, I mean, it's been real great and real supportive.
And especially your senior year. You couldn't finish your year any better, right?
Yeah, it's like a storybook ending. Like, we come in last and we leave first. It's like a storybook ending.
That overtime win, let's go over that, especially during overtime. Explain how you guys felt. Describe how you guys felt during that moment.
I mean, just felt like he's got to win. You know what I mean? Everyone coming in the huddle, like, we're not losing this game kind of thing. We deserve to win. We outplayed them for most of the game anyways, and then they had a shot to go into overtime. And I mean, we couldn't let them get the momentum. We're the ones at home, and we had a lot of things going for us at that time. So we just knew everyone's like, yo, we're not losing this game. So that's basically the focus that happened.
And especially us 2 being seniors, it's like you can't get to this game at home and lose. Like, it just can't happen. So we had extra sense of urgency, and like was just like, you just can't lose this game.
You weren't gonna let yourselves walk in that locker room,
we're
right?
not.
Hanging that towel over your head.
No, we're not losing that game. There's no way. There's no question in my mind, in anyone's mind, that we're gonna lose that game. So.
And once the celebration, that was just great, and everyone just
oh yeah,
yeah, celebration was something else, man. It was something that we'll never forget. So.
Now, once that was over, the celebration was over, a couple of days, right? And then the realization came in during the seeding process.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about that once you were seeded against North Carolina?
We sat where our press was. We had a good time in there. We got ready for selection, and then we seen our name up. We didn't want to be like sad or mad that we got that seed, but we all felt like we didn't deserve that seed. But I mean, at the end of the day, coach just says do what you can control, and obviously we feel like we put up a good resume enough to maybe get a 14 or a 13, which could be all the difference in a tournament. Mm-hmm. So he's like, do what you can control, and you just got to play.
Right. When we come back, we're going to talk about that game going down to North Carolina, and also, just your 4 years. This is it for you guys. So what you guys will do after you graduate, right? Right after this, we'll be back with more of In the Zone in a little bit.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.